Welcome to This Week Health. My name is Bill Russell. I'm a former CIO for a 16 hospital system and creator of This Week Health, a set of channels dedicated to keeping health IT staff current and engaged. Today we have an interview in action from the 2023 spring conferences, ViVE in Nashville and HIMSS in Chicago. Special thanks to our partners, CDW, Rubrik, Sectra, and Trellix for choosing to invest in our mission to develop the next generation of health leaders. You can check them out on our website, thisweekhealth.com. Now, on to this interview. All right, here we are, interview in action. Last day of the ViVE event here in Nashville. I'm here with Erica Williams. Welcome. Looking forward to the conversation. And your role with Ascension is?
I am the Regional Technology Officer. So within Ascension, we have about 139 hospitals across 19 states, and I'm responsible for the Texas ministry. So that includes soon to be 14 hospitals, 150-ish clinics, and other sites of care.
Regional Technology Officer. Is that more akin to a CTO or like a regional? I know you don't have regional CIOs. I'm not trying to make an announcement.
It's similar to a regional CIO. The structure is the same.
So you're interacting with the individual ministries, which is hospitals, individual hospitals and medical groups, and listening to them, understanding their needs, making sure projects go well in that region. Is that essentially it?
Yes.
Wow. So we're at the end of the conference. When you were coming here, what were you looking to engage? Was there a specific technology or set of conversations you were looking to have?
I was pretty open-minded. The technologies, we're all looking for things that other people have solved, some issue, and of course anything that's around patient experience, clinician experience, those are all, interoperability, those are all kind of things that pique our interest. So honestly, I was part of the hosted buyer program, and that was a really great experience. So opportunity to just have kind of that speed dating and learn about the different vendors and what problems they're solving and connecting those dots of where it might fit.
How many hosted buyer meetings did you have?
I did 8.
8?
Yes.
Okay. I've heard it from both sides that those are a really good experience.
Yes, and I've also, previously with Chime, there's also the focus group. So it's kind of that, but in a different spin. And I enjoy both just because it's an opportunity to learn. Well,
the focus groups are interesting to me because it almost felt like we were talking to their product team and saying, hey, this is what we need you to do. And I think they had them here, but they were were they on Saturday?
They were early.
Or Sunday?
And it was interesting. It wasn't as integrated into the meeting as the fall forum is.
Yeah, and that's when people ask me about this conference now, I'm going to say last year it was 2 conferences happened near each other. And this time what really happened is the ViVE conference became one.
Right.
And a lot of the things we will experience in the Chime Fall Forum were pushed outside.
Yes.
The focus groups were pushed outside, and some of the other traditional things. Like we would normally have a ViVE agenda. We'd have speakers, we'd hear things and that kind of stuff. And that really went by the wayside, and this became really the show. Yeah,
I love that it was all integrated, to your point. So everything's on the floor.
Yeah.
So it really encourages people to stay in one place.
Yeah, there's a stage there, that corner, and yeah.
You're crossing back and forth and getting,
So you had an opportunity to spend some time with your peers. What were some of the conversations that you were looking to have, and what kind of conversations did you have while you were here?
So what I love most about these events is the networking aspect. So I have a core group of lady executives and who are really core to support both personally and professionally. And so I love those opportunities to just hear, it always feels good to know I'm not alone in things that I'm trying to solve.
Right.
And it's all people, processes, technology, and honestly it all usually begins and ends with the people and what we can do to support our teams, grow our teams, create that engagement, because that's truly the foundation for us accomplishing anything.
It's one of the things I appreciate about the lady executives is you guys have formed a group, a phenomenal peer group, but I've found, and we're trying to address this, but I found over the years that people let those groups atrophy. They get so, the job is so taxing, and some years you can't go to conferences, you can't see them and that kind of stuff. But you guys tend to reach out to each other in between the meetings and find ways to connect. That's invaluable. I was just talking to somebody and they said, hey, I heard I gave 10 rules of marketing to healthcare CIOs. And one of the rules was understand that their first phone call on what should I do, what's a good solution for this, is to other CIOs. And so that network is so valuable. How do you maintain that network? It's not formal, is it?
No, it's really not. It's grown organically over the years, and we add people to the team in the groups, and we work with each other to mentor each other and coach each other, and really, oh well, this person was just going through that, and we'll connect you to this person or that person, and so it's just to your point, a really organic, amazing group of women that are just supportive of each other and helping each other grow and be successful.
I saw one of those conversations and so the one executive was essentially saying, look, I've been interim for like forever.
Yeah.
Like they won't give me the job. And I saw the coaching that went on. I saw there's so much wisdom because it comes from years of experience.
That's right.
And it was just exceptional.
Yeah, and one of the things that I learned, or it was a seminar that I went to, and it was all about the importance of having your own board of directors, or your personal board of directors. And the exercise was draw a table, put 8 chairs, and make sure you have your chairs filled. And people will come on and off as a traditional board of directors, but it's important to make sure you have that. And that was years and years ago, and it's become so relevant and something that I remind my team and others of. Who is your personal board of directors? Who's on your team and helping you both professionally and personally?
Alex's lemonade stand was started by my daughter Alex in her front yard. By the time she was 4, she knew there was more that could be done. And she told us she was going to have a lemonade stand, and she wanted to give the money to her doctor so they could help kids like her. It was cute, right? She's going to cure cancer with a lemonade stand. Like only a 4-year-old would think that. But from day one, it just exceeded anything we could have imagined because people responded so generously to her.
We are working to give back and are excited to partner with Alex's Lemonade Stand this year. Having a child with cancer is one of the most painful and difficult situations a family can face. At Alex's Lemonade Stand Foundation, they understand the personal side of the diagnosis, the resources needed, and the impact that funded research can have for better treatments and more cures. You can get more information about them at alexslemonade.org. We are asking you to join us. You can hit our website. There's a banner at the top, and it says Alex's Lemonade Stand there. You can click on that and give money directly to the lemonade stand itself. Now, back to the show. That's how I met Sue Shade. I was reading her stuff when I was a CIO, and I'm like, I need a group of personal directors, and I reached out to her, and she's like, I'd love to do that. And
yes.
I was like, it's fantastic. And the other thing I appreciated about her is she had a different perspective. She'd been in academic medical centers and Northeast CIO. It's interesting. My experience early on was the East and West felt like 2 different groups of people, because with some of these things you get together regionally and whatnot.
Right.
And I just didn't know the people on the East Coast because I was a West Coast CIO. And I'm sure you're a is Texas Midwest? What is Texas?
Texas is Texas. We don't really conform with anything else.
So what are we going to be seeing over the next couple of years? I mean, you have some really innovative people at Ascension. You have Ascension Ventures. You're bringing in,
yes,
new things to that effect. How do you perceive healthcare changing over the next 10 years is too much, 5 years?
Right. So we've been talking about it for a while, but continuing to evolve to consumerism. So that's a lot of focus nationally with my organization. Some exciting things my CIO Guggen has shared is one of the things is interoperability. So we've been talking about that forever too, but there's always opportunity, and we're continuing to get better and better and better for our clinicians to be able to, both within the walls of our organization, because we have multiple EHR systems, to create that longitudinal record for them, external, leveraging superhighways, so to speak, versus point-to-point initiatives. And then really exciting is our organization is developing our digital front door, My Account. And that's our patient portal strategy, so it presents that one look and feel for our customers regardless of where they're going.
Well, and one of the things that people may or may not know about Ascension is probably as an institution has the most EHRs of any institution, which makes that digital front door really important, because you want the experience for the patients to be pretty uniform and pretty seamless.
Right, so regardless of where they come, they feel they are at Ascension, and it doesn't matter what's happening in the background, whether it's Athena or Cerner or Epic or whatever the case may be.
So that intelligent interoperability becomes a really key thing. And actually, when I came in, we couldn't really do interoperability back in 2012. Right. I mean, we were doing it, but there's a lot of point-to-point, brittle kind of things.
I'm happy to say, as I walk around this floor and I look at some of the solutions and have some conversations, we're way past getting the data from point A to point B, and now we're talking about tracking lineage, normalizing that data, keeping the raw data, but normalizing it, making it transparent to the clinician and whatnot. I mean, there's a lot of, I think, really exciting things, and I don't know if it's 21st century cures or just the need.
Both.
It's both.
Forcing the hand, I think, obviously, but the need is there. And to your point, it's not just sharing information to say, I've checked this box. It's presenting in a way that's meaningful for both internally and externally, for it to be usable. So it's not just a bunch of data in a sheet that you can't find in some weird place in the chart. It's within the workflow of the clinicians, and it's truly meaningful and usable.
Yeah, we've gotten past the regulatory checkbox.
Yes.
That is really true.
Yes. Well, we have some work to do, but
Erica, thank you for your time.
thank you.
Appreciate it.
Another great interview. I want to thank everybody who's spent time with us at the conference. I love hearing from people on the front lines, and it's phenomenal that they've taken the time to share their wisdom and experience with the community. It is greatly appreciated. We want to thank our partners, CDW, Rubrik, Sectra, and Trellix, who invest in our mission to develop the next generation of health leaders. Thanks for listening. That's all for now.